What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've made my way down to Hendrick BMW of Northlake, and we're going to take a look at the 2020 BMW X3 M Competition. Huge shout out to them for providing this SUV for me today. Definitely check out their website, that will be in the description below. This one here is finished off in Alpine White. It has an MSRP just over $82,000. Also, don't forget, we are doing a giveaway for this month. More details will be at the end of this video. Under the hood, this has a 3-liter bi-turbo inline 6-cylinder engine. It's only paired to the 8-speed Steptronic automatic transmission. This engine will produce 503 horsepower at 5,900 RPM and 442 pound-feet of torque as low as 2,600 RPM. It is all-wheel drive. It weighs around 4,600 pounds. It'll do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds with a top speed electronically limited to 155 miles an hour. And with a fuel capacity of 17.2 gallons, you can expect to see 14 miles per gallon in the city and 19 out on the highway. This has a wheelbase of 112.8 inches. Its overall length is 186.2. It has a width of 74.7, a height of 65.7, and its ground clearance measures in at 8 inches. Starting up front, the X3M has adaptive LED headlights along with LED daytime running lights. You'll notice that the DRLs have a nice floating design to them, a nice C-shaped running along the bottom side. Up on the top of the housing, we have the turn signal, and then as we make our way to the kidney-style grille, it's completely finished off in gloss black. Has very nice vertical slots with great airflow to provide maximum cooling to the engine. You can see the forward-facing camera is nicely integrated in between the grille there, and of course this has parking sensors running through the lower section of the front bumper. This also has more gloss black trim pieces around the middle section, along with the air inlets on both sides, and there's a nice design in the mesh as well. You'll see there's really nice contoured lines above each air inlet, along with down in the middle section of the bumper as well. And then as we make our way up to the hood, it has very clean lines running down it. Moving to the side, as part of the M Competition package, you get these 21-inch wheels. They measure 9.5 inches wide up front and 10.5 in the rear. They have a nice 5 split spoke design to them, along with a 2-tone finish. This also has 4 piston brake calipers up front. You can see they are finished off in blue with the M badge. Just behind the front tires, you'll see a gloss black trim piece with the X3 badge, along with the M badge off and to the right. This has gloss black side mirrors. They are power folding. They feature the integrated turn signal, along with a camera as well as part of the 3D camera system. You can see the window trim is also finished off in gloss black, along with the roof rails, and this does have a full panoramic sunroof as well. And then as far as the lines that run down the side of the vehicle, there's a really nice one that goes the height of the door handle, and then down below there's really nice contoured lines in the side skirt. And finishing up in the rear, this has a really cool design to the integrated spoiler. It's body colored on the top section and gloss black on the lower half. You can see the wiper blade is in the lower section of the rear glass to help improve with visibility. This has LED taillights, a standard backup camera with all your parking sensors in the lower section of the bumper. It also has a power liftgate. You can see the X3 M Competition badge off and to the right side. And then down below, this has a gloss black diffuser with the quad tip M Sport dual exhaust. That's going to finish up with the exterior walk around on the X3 M Competition. Definitely a really cool SUV to check out. I love all the lines on it, along with all of the gloss black trim. Just gives it a really cool look. But now with the key, let's go ahead and check out the interior. I have the vehicle locked and the key in my pocket. I'll just place my hand on the door handle. You'll hear it automatically unlock. Starting off on the door panel, you'll see there's very nice leather and stitching running along the armrest, along with on the grab handle. There's also carbon fiber and brushed aluminum on the upper half, giving it a really nice look. You have your lock and unlock with 2 memory seating adjustments just in front of the release handle, and then all of your window controls, your side mirror adjustments are just on the inside of the grab handle. You'll also notice more brushed aluminum surrounding them as well. This has a 16-speaker Harman Kardon sound system, and then down below you have plenty of storage for anything that you need. Once inside the X3M, let's talk about these seats. They have really nice trim accents to them. You can see them between the bolsters and the inserts. These are heated and ventilated seats. They have a multi-way adjustability along with lumbar support as well. As we make our way to the completely black leather wrapped steering wheel, you can see all of the M colors on the inside of the steering wheel, just giving it a really cool look. We have the M badge down below, along with the heated steering wheel control as well. And then above that, over into the left side, we have all the cruise control settings. On the right side is your voice commands, along with a mode button and the volume. And then just above that, you can see 2 red M buttons. If we push on the one on the left side, we can control between sport mode and efficient mode. And then clicking the one on the right side will put us into sport plus everything. So steering, suspension, and the throttle response. And you can see the whole gauge cluster change as well. But now looking at the 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, you can see the fuel gauge off and to the far left, along with the speedometer. On the right side, you have your tach and engine temperature. Off and to the left side of the steering wheel, you have a little bit of storage space for anything that you want to place there, along with the controls for the headlights, the DRLs, and the parking lights. You have one air vent. You can see the heads-up display. Right now we are looking at the tach along with the miles per hour and the speed limit sign. And then right in the center we have the 10.3-inch screen. There's a lot of information that you can go through on this screen. Right now you can see the radio and music, you have your phone, your navigation, weather, vehicle, and notifications, and you can easily just push on whatever one you'd like to go into in order to view all of the settings. So right now we are in My Vehicle. You can look at your driver profiles, your vehicle settings, and other things like that. We can scroll back and look at the navigation and pull that up full screen. And if you don't want to use the screen, you can come down here and use all of these controls. So you can see map and navigation, menu button right in the center, along with media and phone, rotary dial right in the middle, and then your back and option button as well. So I can use that rotary dial to go into anything that I would like to. Just below that, you can see there's more carbon fiber running nicely underneath that, along with a brushed aluminum trim piece around 2 air vents. Off and to the left side, you can see the red engine start stop button, along with the engine start stop feature as well. And then right in the center, we have our intelligent safety. So you have 2 different modes that you can configure, so that's nice to see. Just underneath that, we have a row of buttons here for presets, so you can put those to anything that you would like to, along with a physical button for the volume and a few other radio controls and the CD player controls as well. Just underneath that, we have all of the AC controls. So you have the fan speed right in the center. This does have a dual zone climate system up front. You have the heated and ventilated seat controls, and then you have some more recirc buttons to the left and the right side. Just underneath that, you'll see the X3 M Competition badge, along with a wireless charging port. You also have 2 cup holders and a 12 volt. We can just slide this cover back to completely cover that, so that is nice to see. As we make our way to the shifter, it's in park right now. In order to go to drive, we're just going to pull it all the way back. That is drive. We can go over into neutral, and then over and up is into reverse. With it in reverse, you will see the backup camera light up. You have a couple different angles that you can easily go to just by clicking on these cameras here, or you can go around the entire vehicle just by clicking on these. You can also go to the full screen rear view camera, and you have a lot of other adjustments that you can make as well. You also have some different options for the transmission, as we will see later in this video for the test drive. Off and to the left side, you have traction control along with your different setups. So just by clicking on this button here, we can go from efficient to Sport Plus. We have the suspension, you have Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus, and then the same for the steering wheel between Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. Just behind that, we have an adjustment for the exhaust. We can turn on and off the parking sensors. We can easily pull up the rear view camera. And then just behind that, we have a downhill assist control along with the electronic parking brake and an automatic brake hold feature. As we make our way to the leather wrap center armrest, you have a good amount of room in there with a USB in the front side. And then as we make our way to the glove box, you definitely have plenty of room for anything that needs to go in there. We'll go ahead and take one last look at these seats with the M badge up in the headrest. This does have a full panoramic sunroof, as I mentioned. The sunshade is all the way back. You have all those controls up in the center here, along with the dome lights. So once in the back seats now, I have the front seat set at my height, which is 5'10". I have a couple inches in front of my knees, and then about a foot above my head. There is so much clearance, so you could easily be taller than me and fit in the back seats comfortably. They also do recline as well, so there's a button on the side that you can pull. You can go all the way back just to get a little bit more comfortable. As we look at the center armrest here, there are 2 additional cup holders, along with the 2 that are in each side door as well. And then you can also bring this entire thing down. If you have 2 people in the back, you can easily put anything through that you need. And then as we make our way to the center here, you'll see there's a 3rd zone climate for the backseat passengers. This also has heated seats, so you have all those controls nicely laid out in the middle, along with a 12 volt just underneath that, and 2 air vents just above that. Before I move on to folding the back seats, this also has adjustable sunshades that you can easily raise and lower, and you can see it has the same attention to detail as up front, with the carbon fiber and a lot of storage space down below. But moving on to folding the seats, you just grab this lever on the side of the headrest and they will easily fold flat, giving you plenty of extra room into the back. And last up, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the rear storage space. So just by using the button on the key fob, this reveals to us about 29 cubic feet of storage space, and then with the back seats folded down, it goes to about 56 cubic feet of storage space. So you definitely have plenty of room. You can also fold these seats down from back here. So just by pulling on this lever, they will automatically go down, making it very convenient, so you can throw anything in that you need to. to. Off and to the right side, you'll see a 12 volt along with a hanger, so you can put groceries or anything that you don't want to slide around. This also has a removable cover, so if you'd like to use that. And then up underneath, we have the spare tire along with a little bit more hidden storage space. So if you want to put anything down there, you have the option to do that. And this does have the power lift gate, so we can either close and lock the vehicle or just close it. So getting the X3 M Competition out on the road now, the only BMW SUVs that I've driven had M Sport packages. I've not actually driven an SUV that had the M Competition package. So with just over 500 horsepower, this is definitely a pretty cool SUV. We're in Efficient right now. If you go to Sport and Sport Plus, it completely changes the exhaust note. So we'll have to step on it just a little bit here and see what that sounds like. But you have comfort for the suspension and comfort for the steering wheel as well. So right now, just coming around this turn, it feels kind of loose and soft. It's very forgiving. Same with the suspension, it's very soft. But we're gonna go ahead and dial everything up into Sport Plus. So we'll do that for the suspension, we'll do that for the steering. We'll pop it over into manual mode as well. And from first gear here, we have the transmission in the softest or the most comfortable shifting right now. So getting up to the speed limit just like that. The shifts are very smooth, as it would be in basically level 1 there, all the way up to, what are we in, 7th gear right now. But I can go ahead and downshift. You can't even feel the downshifts. That's very impressive. And then just with a little bit of gas there, back up to the speed limit. I really like how smooth driving it is. You can put it into your daily driving mode basically and have a really comfortable ride, which is awesome to see. Or we can dial it all the way up into level 3, which is gonna make it a little bit more aggressive. We go to 3rd gear here. You can feel the shifts just a little bit more. So if you want a little bit more drama to your daily driving SUV, you have the option to do that. The revs get a little bit louder as well. Going down to 2nd gear around this turn. Wow. There's that little bit of drama in the shifts. So for going around that turn at normal speed, it honestly felt very composed. I didn't feel like there was a lot of body roll. Of course, if I was driving a sports car back to back with this, you might feel a little bit, but it handled that turn very well. I'm very surprised with the handling that it has, even around turns. Going at normal speed here, it feels like I'm in a sports car right now. That's really cool to see. But aside from all of that, just what it's like being behind the wheel of the X3. As I already mentioned, it's a very comfortable ride. I like being in the driver's seat here. There's a lot of nice materials. You see the carbon fiber, there's leather everywhere. I think my favorite part is the trim accents in the seats. That's a really cool subtle touch to the white exterior, something I wasn't expecting when I hopped on the inside. But there's several different packages that you can get with the X3M. So there's a couple other variations that you can get, which is really cool to see. But I like all of the materials. I like the layout of everything. There's not too many buttons on the center screen here, so it's very easy to go through everything. The dial for the screen too is in a nice ergonomical position. You can easily rest your arm on the center armrest here and go through everything. It's in a really nice spot. But now let's shift into the visibility, what it's like to see all around in this SUV. It's honestly really easy. The glass is very large, so you can easily see in all directions, even over your left and right shoulder. So I have no complaints with that. The cameras obviously will help you as well, but it's very easy. It's very open to see, even having the sunshade all the way open. I really like that. It just gives you a little bit more light. So I'm actually following my brother. He's in the M4 right now, and not that I'm trying to keep up with him, but it's doing a pretty good job. Make sure you guys check out that video. I'll have that in the description below. This is handling very well. You could easily take this out on back roads like I am right now and be just fine. It's very composed, very nice to drive. So just doing a 3-point turn. I really like the top-down view there. I can easily see the pavement and the grass and know exactly where I am. So the graphics are really nice. Everything turns with the steering wheel as well. And I like the new design of the shifter. It's very easy to go between drive and reverse. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for my walk around review and test drive in the 2020 BMW X3 M Competition. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW of Northlake for providing this vehicle for me today. Definitely check out their website. That will be in the description below. Also, don't forget, we are doing a gift card giveaway for this month. All you have to do to be eligible to win is be a subscriber to the channel and comment on videos. At the end of this month, we're gonna pick the video with the most comments and pick a random winner from that video. And that's it. That's all you have to do to be able to win a $100 gift card. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.